The Neighbourhood Sofa by Jade Maitre. Mr. Barry didn't want his sofa anymore. He put it in front of his house for the garbage collection to pick up. His sofa's name was Darla. She was sad that Mr. Barry didn't want her in the house anymore. "She's very old," Mr. Barry told his neighbour Willa. "The fabric is threadbare. I'm going to fall through it one day." "Am I very old?" thought Darla. She still felt springy. When Mr. Barry put cushions on her and fluffed her up, she felt beautiful. But there were no cushions anymore, no TV and no bookcase. Mr. Barry hauled her out on a trolley and left her there in the front garden, all alone. She sat in the sun beneath the trees and watched the street. It was very quiet and sunny on the street. Darla had never been outside in her whole life. She liked the feel of the sun on her. She watched some cars pass. A little girl with red boots was skipping along the path. "Hello," said the little girl. "What are you doing here? Is someone moving house?" "I'm going to the rubbish tip," said Darla sadly. "Oh," said the girl. Then she said, "Perhaps no one will mind then if I sit on you?" At first, Darla was alarmed that the little girl might fall through her fabric, as Mr. Barry had said. But Darla didn't fall through the fabric. She kicked off her red boots and stretched out in the sun. She laughed and sang some songs to Darla. She didn't seem to need to go anywhere. Her doll liked Darla very much too. Soon a boy on a bicycle came past. He stopped when he saw the little girl, the doll, and Darla. "A sofa on the street?" said the boy. "Does it belong to someone?" "To me," said the little girl, "but you can sit on it too." And it looked so comfortable and so relaxing that the boy leaned his bicycle up against a tree and came to sit on it too. It was very nice in the sun. The birds that were hopping from branch to branch soon saw the children looking so comfortable and wanted to investigate. They hopped onto Darla's arm and sang. The children were very quiet and the birds weren't scared. It was very nice to sit on a sofa in the garden. The ladybug that was flitting past hovered when she saw the children and the birds enjoying the sofa in the sun. She landed gently on Darla and walked up the backrest. The flowery pattern on Darla's cover made the ladybug imagine she was on holidays in an exotic jungle. She was happy to have discovered Darla on the street. Next, a family of ants arrived. They knew that chocolates had once been dropped on the armrest, and the sweet smell of melting sugar tempted them. They had meant to get the chocolate and go, but it was so nice on the sofa in the sun, so they stayed. Mr. Barry came out of his house. "What is going on?" he asked. "Why are you all on my sofa?" The girl and the boy, the birds and the ladybug, and the family of ants all looked up at Mr. Barry. Then Mr. Barry laughed. "Is there room on that sofa for me?" And that is how Mr. Barry decided to leave Darla the sofa in his front garden. He made her a little plastic raincoat for when it rained and put a little table beside her. Darla was now an outdoors sofa, and with so many new friends to visit her, and the trees and the sun, she was the happiest she'd ever been. The end. Thank you for reading with Storyberries.com. Free stories for kids.